Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I used AI to plan my 4-week road trip last summer and how you can use it to plan your next adventure. It's really easy, anybody can do it, so let's jump into it.
I've also created a document that I'm going to walk you through later in this video, which is going to make it even easier for you than what it was for me.
First, we just start by going into ChatGPT. You can just Google it, then you're going to have to make an account if you don't have one already. Since I have one, I can just get right into it. I'm going to use the road trip I went on last year as an example in this one. So I'm just going to write out a prompt here and then I'll get back to you. Okay, I'm just finishing up here. So now I've written this prompt and we're just going to send it away and see what comes back. Okay, so here's the first reply we're getting here.
It's given us a long itinerary. Looks like it's got a new stop every single day. And that's probably going to be our first problem.
Usually you want to stay maybe 2-3 days some places, so you just have to feed them more information.
But what's very nice is that it's also giving you approximately how many hours you're going to be driving each day. So it says here 2 hours, 2 hours, 7 hours. But yeah, I'm going to give it some input and we're going to see how it comes out when they change it.
So now I've just written, we want to stop more than one day in certain places. So I said, we want more than one day in Nashville and New Orleans. So now we're going to get an updated itinerary.
If there's several stops you want to stay more than one day, you just have to write out the stops. You can also just write in general, like we only want to be driving every second day, and the AI will give that to you. But yeah, now we can see that in the new itinerary, we've got more than one day in New Orleans and more than one day in Nashville. But now it's put in a really long drive for 9 hours driving from Nashville back to DC. So that could be a little bit long. Looks like it haven't changed that much. It's just cut out some stops and done double the driving the day before and the day after. So if you want something more specific, like you just want to stop every other day, or if you want to stay 4 days one place, you can just write it out and you'll get an updated itinerary every time.
So going back and forth like this is pretty much how we did it. It's very easy, but it can be quite time consuming. So therefore I've created a template or a prompt that you can use to make it a little bit easier for you.
So you're just going to click the link in the description and then you're going to get this form. And this is the document you're going to provide to the AI so they can give you the best possible itinerary from the get-go. So it just starts off like this. Hi, I'm going on a road trip. And then you're going to insert your country or place. And then you're going to follow up with your date. And then it continues. And I want your help for planning my itinerary. Here is some information about my trip. And then it's got different points you want to fill out, like duration, starting point, end point, and so on. Most of these are pretty self-explanatory, except for the category on the bottom where I have additional information. That's just anything else you want to add that's not information you give up on the other points. So I've written an example down here, and that is, we only want to be driving every second day, and we do not want to drive more than 5 hours on any given day. So you can give indications like this. But you can also ask for stuff like, we want a recommendation for a restaurant for every stop we make, or we want one nature-related activity that we can do anywhere we stop. So this form is supposed to just help you not having to go back and forth as many times as I did, and it's just going to make the process a little bit quicker for you.
It's important to remember that ChatGPT and everything it writes isn't necessarily 100% accurate. So therefore, just use the itinerary you get as a really good starting point. And then go from there and research on YouTube and Google and stuff like that. And then you'll quickly have a really good itinerary for your trip. However, on our road trip last year, when we asked the AI to provide an itinerary for us, we actually ended up going to probably like 80% of the stops that the AI recommended on its first itinerary. And that was for a 4-week trip, so it's a pretty impressive start. I also just want to remind you that if you like this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. It really helps out and I would greatly appreciate it. The place where I really think this tool shines is when doing those calculations where you're trying to find out like how many hours you're going to be on the road. If you have too many stops, if you have too few stops, it can tell you at least a ballpark number of how long you're going to be driving for. So for that and for making a quick budget, we did this and it took like 30 seconds and you can have like a really good estimate for how much money you're going to spend on your road trip. Even though it's not completely accurate, it's going to be a very good number to use. And also you can say, I want to save more money. Can we do something else? And then it'll come with recommendations on how you can save more money. And if you want to save even more than that, you can check out the video I made on 7 tips on saving big when planning your US road trip. So that's it for today. If you have any further questions for the video, put them in the comments below and I'll try to reply to you. And if not, have a good one.